Alright, hey there folks, back with some more Mechabellum. I'm going to be picking between a few different options here. Arclight Steel Ball with the Quick Supply Specialist is very tempting. I also just really like... I don't actually think I'm a huge fan of most of these unit comps. Fang Phoenix is kind of nice. I think I might go with just the Quick Supply Specialist, get Arclight Steel Ball. Steel Balls can kill tanks, and Arclights can kill swarms, and then we'll build something that can tank. So Steel Balls are fast, so I want to place them behind my Arclights so they arrive at like roughly the same time. Let's get these Arclights just a little further forward, I think. Hopefully this is a reasonable ordering. My opponent has Marksmen and Mustangs. My Arclights should be good at the Mustangs, but I think I want some kind of swarm in addition to what I've got. So let's go with maybe just some Fangs. Yeah, I think I'll go with some Fangs. How fast are Fangs? Yeah, okay, so Fangs should go just a little bit ahead of my Arclights, so that those also arrive at the same time. And that should give us something that the Marksmen have to focus on while we clear out those crowds. Have this extra money, but I'm actually not going to spend it this round, I don't think. I could get one of these upgrades. Maybe we'll just pick up the armor upgrade on our Arclights as well. Alright, let's see what they've done. They've gone for just a ton of Marksmen, so I'm glad I picked up these Fangs at least. I probably am going to need even more anti-swarm technology going into this, into the later rounds. Or anti-marksman technology. I'll need more swarms of my own. Probably some marksmen of my own to counter their marksmen. But it looks like we were able to win that first round, which is pretty nice. These steel balls that I have are not going to be super important. Let's go with... decreasing the cost of my marksman seems kind of nice, because then I can get my own marksman to fight his. Let's unlock those, and buy 2. Place them a little behind my other units, and actually, let's get... No, get back there. Let's buy a mass recruitment this round and go for a 3rd marksman. We're not winning the kind of marksman war yet, but just having a few extras seems pretty good to me. Don't think there's any upgrades I want. I could get the damage sharing upgrade on my steel balls, but I don't think I actually want that. I might go for some shields. Or I might actually just pick up a couple missiles and try to win the round this way. I think it's worth the investment just to keep the momentum up. Yeah, looks like they've gone for even more anti-single target units, so I'll be building more swarms next. But I'm glad we picked up those marksmen. Marksmen should do pretty well against phoenixes. Cleared out his swarms, so my marksman should clear his marksman very quickly. Looking good so far. At this point, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another crawler flank, and I think I'm going to do like that. I think we're going to get Speed Specialist to increase our movement speed. Actually, none of our units have leveled up still, which is a little surprising given how much we've been winning. Let's unlock Crawlers and buy 2, and then place them on the flanks. What does that mean? Yeah, so right now, some of his Mustangs are aggroing. Can I get... Yeah, his Phoenixes are aggroing to my Crawlers, and some of the Mustangs are. This side Phoenixes are, Mustangs are. Let's move them just a little further back. Actually, I might want to put them further back. Try to get them to not aggro. Yeah, this actually I think is perfect. And then let's also do another mass recruitment and just buy a 4th marksman. And I'm also going to buy the range enhancement on my marksman. And 1 missile as well. I'm spending pretty heavily again, but I really want to make sure that we keep winning these rounds. Make my opponent really have to react to what we're doing. Alright, so they've gone for 1 Giganto robot. So we'll counter that with our own Giganto robot later. But right now, it's taking the aggro from all of my marksmen, who are still pretty safe. So this should be reasonable. It will tank for a very, very long time, but I think we can have our guys take out his buildings in the back, because we actually had our crawlers get through on the flanks. And that will paralyze his units, which will give us a big advantage. I really like those sort of 1 crawler on each flank. It's a pretty low, when you're winning, it's a pretty low investment. It really forces your opponent to have to respond to your actions rather than getting to do their own actions. I think here we're going to be getting... Honestly, this attack specialist looks really good. It'll help our marksman kill his fortress. Opponent will probably get... Let's just get a bunch of upgrades. There's actually nothing I want to unlock here this round, but I probably just need some more units. Let's get a couple more arc lights, I think, or maybe 1 arc light, 1 marksman. Yeah, 1 arc light, 1 marksman. One thing I need to get better about in this game is not just wanting everything to be symmetrical all the time, but it's hard to avoid. This is just in case they try to get more swarms. And then upgrade my units. I won't bother upgrading these crawlers, even though I could, because they're just there as a distraction. If they place something that the upgraded crawlers could beat on the flank, then I'll upgrade. But for now, it's okay to just have them sit there and distract. We're really getting marksman marksman supremacy on the front lines, which is really important. We're breaking marksman parity. And the damage specialists, as you can see, plus the upgraded units, are clearing his units really quick. He also opponent placed air units, which didn't kill my crawlers fast enough, so the crawlers still killed the building, which is really funny. These wasps just didn't have the damage. You really want arc lights or mustangs, something like that, maybe your own crawlers. It does look like the wasps are going to be very good against the marksmen, so if we hadn't killed that building, those wasps actually could have been something of a problem for us. Luckily, we did do that. Not getting a ton of damage in here, but that's okay. I think I am actually now going to upgrade those crawlers. Let's go with this lightning storm. This will help us kind of close out the game by just putting down a gigantic AoE effect. Put it like right here. Then I'm going to get... I think I'm going to unlock and purchase a melting point to help me clear through his fortress. Melting point is a little faster than my other units, so I want it behind. I'm going to get a loan so that I can buy a 2nd unit this round, and that 2nd unit I think is going to be maybe just some crawlers or some more fangs. Let's go with more fangs in the front. Just kind of screening the opponent's units. Actually, I don't want, because the fortress has AoE attacks, I don't want them aggroing to the fortress. Let's have the fangs off to this flank. Then I'm going to place a shield here. And I think we can get away with another missile. I'm just spending out everything. Maybe I should have upgraded instead of those cooldowns. Opponent has a missile, which we blocked with our shield, but that missile did clear through my swarm. They have now placed enough stuff on the flanks that it cleared the swarms. My melting point was too far back. I really should not have positioned that where I did. I'm going to have to buy a repositioning on that to get it further forward where it can get in on that fortress. Currently, I think it's done 0 damage, so my giant unit has nothing, but my opponent had enough, and we would have won that round anyways. So that was a pretty clean victory, I think. Just put them under a lot of pressure, had a good matchup. I think the main mistake that they made was having just too many marksmen when I was building swarm units, as well as not countering the flank crawlers with stuff that would actually clear them, so I got just a ton of value out of that. Yeah, that's another nice game of Mechabellum in the books. Thanks, as always, for watching, my friends. Feel free, of course, to leave a comment. I know that YouTube has changed their algorithms, so if you leave a comment, that's like the most important thing that you can do to boost a channel. And it would be nice to get back into getting a lot of views. So, catch you next time. Have a good one.